Recently I did my first cook on the Kamado dojo, and one of the most popular questions was, hey, are you gonna do any other cooks on it? Heck yeah. So we've got our Big Joe going. We're sitting right around 425. It's been going for about 15 minutes at this point, so it's nice and preheated. We're gonna put in our DoJoe. Now I showed you guys how to put this together in the pizza video, so I won't go over that again, but we'll throw it in place here. You might have noticed at the end of that I threw in a piece of hickory. I wanted to have a little bit of smoke for this cook. Just gonna line it up here so we can attach our lid. Perfect. And we are in place. So now that we're in place, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna close this up and we're gonna open up the bottom vent a couple inches. I'm shooting for a temperature around 450 today. Remember, top vent closed, bottom vent is what controls your temperatures. Now what we need to do is we need to let this preheat for about 15 minutes. Our DoJoe's at 450. It's time to prep our wings. Now these are just standard grocery store wings. I picked them up this morning. I've decided for this video, I'm gonna leave them whole. What I've done is I've taken them out of the package and I have taken a piece of paper towel and just dried them off. Now what we're gonna do here is we're gonna kind of treat these almost like air fryer wings, right? We've got all this hot air that's gonna come out across the top of them. We're gonna spray just a little bit of oil, not much. I just want a little bit so that our seasoning sticks. Today I'm using some Yoder's chicken rub. This stuff is delicious. It's a little smoky and it does finish with a little heat. So if you're heat adverse like me, don't go crazy on it, but it is pretty darn tasty. And you'll notice I started with the presentation side down, so we're just gonna go through this once, spray, season, flip, done. That's it. Over here, I've got a Lodge cast iron pan. Now this is their, they call it Black Lock. I bought it at bbq.com. The Black Lock series is a little bit lighter, comes pre-seasoned, and it's just kind of their higher end product. What we'll do is we'll move this over here, put this guy here. The great thing about this guy is that it's got some ridges, so the chicken is not going to sit on the ground or the bottom of the pan. It's going to be elevated a little bit. That's just going to allow some air to circulate around it. Put this guy like that. Going to touch up one spot here and one right there. And now what we'll do is we'll throw this straight in and all the way back so it's in the center. And we're going to wait probably about 20 minutes. We'll see how our top's looking and we might flip them one time and then we'll let them finish. So after 25 minutes, surprisingly, these guys are done. Now I did let it rise up to about 500 there fairly quickly, but still they cooked a lot quicker than I expected. Let's have a little look-see here. They didn't get crunchy like I expected. I thought with that high heat they would get crunchy, but they're definitely cooked. I think they're gonna be a nice tender wing. What are we at here? See, 185 there in the drumette there. So we're good there. What I want to do is I'm going to put some sauce on it. Today we're going to use some Killer Hogs, the barbecue sauce. This sauce has got a really nice color. So I'm going to, and it's a thin sauce, so it'll go on pretty light. And I'm just going to do the top side here. You know what? Let's not rip ourselves off. Let's flip these over real quick. We'll put a quick coat on the bottom. And then we'll turn them back over. We'll give these a turn over right away. We don't want them to cook too much more. I just want to get sauce on both sides. All right, our canvas is painted. Let's set it. And we'll give these about 5 minutes. Gives me enough time to talk to you about the contest. So on my channel, every video we do a contest. Super easy to enter. All you gotta do is you gotta be subscribed to the channel. You gotta like the video and comment down below. For this video, we'll do hashtag DoJoe, hashtag chicken wing. Leave a comment. At the end of the month, I'll do a random comment drawing. And if I choose your comment, you win $25 to @bbq.com. And if you happen to be a Patreon member, it starts at $5. I'll make it $50. Additionally, we're approaching 25,000 subscribers fairly quickly here. Once we do that, I'm gonna be picking a random email address from my newsletter, and you're gonna be winning quite the prize. I'm still finalizing some of the details, but it's shaping up nicely. All you gotta do is you gotta go to my website, scroll all the way down, put your email address in, and sign up for the newsletter, and I'll do that drawing once we hit 25K. Been 5 minutes, these guys are done. Sauce is just starting to bubble there. Nicely tacked up. All we gotta do now is wait for these guys to cool down. So just a little side note, what I did is I took these off while they're cooling down and I poured some hot water into that cast iron pan. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave it in there for 10 or 15 minutes, let that water start to break down that barbecue sauce. That way, when I take it inside, it won't be as difficult to clean. Figured I'd share that with you guys. These guys are looking pretty darn good. I think we're gonna have to give them a try. Now they are definitely a little sticky, so. Good flavor. The skin has a little bit of a tug to it, but not terrible at all. Ideally, I would have liked them to be a little bit more crispier. I'll work on that and see what we have to do. I figured if we were up near 500, we'd get enough hot air over there, and it would do that. But there's a lot of different things you can try. So I'm gonna play with them from that perspective, but what you can taste there is I put that chunk of hickory in. You can taste a little bit of smoke on there. It's not overpowering by any means. It's in the background. But when you add up that smoke, plus our Yoder seasonings and the Killer Hog sauce, we've got some sweetness, we've got some heat, and we've got a little bit of smoke there. And it turns out a really tasty wing. So overall, I'm pretty happy with these. This is only my second time using the DoJoe. The wings are definitely super tasty, really happy with the flavor. Got to work a little bit on that crispiness, but I've got a couple ideas on how to fix that. But when I figure that out, I'll be sure to share that video with you. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. While you're down there, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks, as always, for watching. I'll see you soon.